Hi. So it's officially been 1 year since I started talking about history on TikTok. And so to celebrate, I thought I would throw 10 random facts that my white followers probably don't know. So let's go. Rebecca Lee Crumpler was the first Black woman to ever be a doctor of medicine in the United States back in 1864. She helped aid a lot of freed enslaved people at the end of the Civil War, and she treated them even if they couldn't pay her. The first Black author to ever be published was a 12-year-old girl named Phillis Wheatley. She published a poem that she wrote back in 1773, and it got her a lot of attention, even from George Washington. But she didn't see a lot of the earnings, and it wasn't enough to sustain her family, and they were stricken with poverty, and she unfortunately died at the age of 31. Hattie McDaniel was the first Black woman to ever win an Oscar for her role in Gone with the Wind, but she was not allowed to attend the premiere because of the Jim Crow laws that were in Georgia at the time. The ban on interracial marriage was overturned because of one couple in 1967. Mildred and Richard Loving were trying to leave Virginia to get married because there was laws there at the time. Mildred got arrested. And so because of this, they went through local and state courts, and then it went all the way to the Supreme Court. And because of Loving versus Virginia, the ban on interracial marriage was deemed as unconstitutional. Okay, this part's so badass. In World War II, there was an all-Black female military unit. They were called the 6,888th Battalion, and they would basically send mail to troops all across England. Betty Boop's character design and overall look was based on a Black woman. Her name was Esther Jones, and she was a very popular flapper and film star at the time. But of course, Betty Boop got whitewashed. You see the woman that's driving the car? That is Madam C.J. Walker, and she was the first female to be a self-made millionaire. The richest man to ever live was a Black man. His name is Mansa Musa, and he was the ruler of Mali back in 1312. After doing a little bit of math, his net worth today would be $400 billion. That's more than Elon Musk, and that's more than John D. Rockefeller. There's a musician named Daryl Davis who spent 30 years of his life helping 200 people leave the KKK. And last, Eugene Bullard was the first Black pilot in history. In World War I, the U.S. Air Service denied him entry, and so he ended up fighting for the French. Thanks for 1 year!